In this video, I will be making the case somewhat for traditional straight razor revival in modern or contemporary barbershops. So recently, I have revisited the art of shaving via traditional hand-honed straight razors, and what that meant for me was that I had to essentially assimilate the art and skill set necessary to hone a traditional straight razor into a shaving and shave ready edge. So, making a case for straight razors in use of the barbershop today, as you can see here, I just basically sanitized this straight razor with alcohol on a cotton on a a cotton or I actually think I was using a neck strip. So if otherwise, for example, the last couple of chain barbershops I worked for, one being Floyd's 99 Barbershop, the other was Rooster's. A standard part of their services was to shave the client's neckline at the end of the haircut. So if you're going to do that and do that in a sanitary and professional way, you're going to have to basically start with a fresh razor every time or sanitize the razor that you're using. And in a high paced setting, that can be time consuming and expensive, particularly if you're going to actually replace the razor or put in a brand new razor. For the most part, it really isn't. So shaving a neckline is it's not going to dull a razor typically. I mean, if you did an entire shave of a beard, yeah, you might compromise the edge of that razor, and if you discarded the injector razor after that, maybe it wouldn't be such a waste. But the hairs on the neckline are significantly softer than hairs on a beard, and so for example, I use a feather razor, injector razor, and those blades are about, I don't know, $20 for a pack of 20. So if you're gonna replace that blade after every neck shave, it's gonna be very expensive. The alternative to that is spending the time necessary to clean and sterilize that blade for the next use. Now, what I've done recently is I've put in service at my workstation and the shop that I work at. I put in service about nine, maybe almost 10 traditional straight razors that I have hand honed and are shave ready. They basically sit in my cabinet or my drawer, shave ready and sanitized, so that in between haircuts, I'm not spending time um, sanitizing or cleaning, or rather cleaning and sterilizing the blade for the next use, or um, replacing a perfectly fine injector straight razor blade um, with a fresh one for sanitary and hygiene purposes. So, yeah, that's kind of like the gist of my argument or my case for for bringing these type of tools back into the workplace. Now, obviously, the injectors are far less um, work in terms of having to learn how to hone a razor, right? Okay, that's an advantage to the injectors, which is obvious, and which is, of course, why they're used prolifically and almost exclusively in most barbershops today. Um, but again, I've invested in some sharpening supplies and lots of videos on YouTube, and I'm actually feeling like it's been worthwhile to learn how to um, get a shave ready edge on a traditional straight razor. So um, let me see. Yeah, so here you can see some of the stones I've accumulated. Some are old, some are new, some are tried, some are true, some are white, some are blue. But one of the most effective actually is one, and in fact, this is why this is a good point to go into the the case also for finding good use um, equipment. So, in spite of spending significant money on the newer stones, one of the most effective stone for me is this one that I bought online from a seller on eBay, and it's a vintage stone that was produced probably almost 100 years ago and is exclusively essentially for barbers and straight razors. And for whatever reason, I don't even know if this is a natural or a synthetic stone, but yeah, this one right here, um, I'm able to get a fast acting uh, action from it and really bring previously honed razors, set them back to shave condition essentially. Um, Obviously, with those razors, the bevel has already been set, and it's just a matter of touching it up. So, yeah, regular use in the shop. But the other point thing I wanted to point out about finding things used, for example, this razor here, I probably purchased at a estate sale or garage sale, shopping used wares, and same thing with this one by Wilbur Cutlery. It's actually Sears. It was Sears Roebuck's cutlery line. It's probably over 100 years old. And this too, I believe I found it at a garage sale, estate sale. And I put these two back in service, and I get pretty good results in terms of my shaving. When it comes to, like, for example, just shaving the neckline, you're not doing extremely detailed work. As long as the razor is able to shave the hair comfortably, it doesn't need to function to the standards of a brand new feather razor. Now, speaking of brand new, I don't suggest or recommend you purchase these. I mean, of course, I'm not making a case for buying brand new traditional straight razors, which would cost you a fortune to accumulate 8 or 10 of them. They might be a couple of $100s a piece. Um, no, what I've done is bargain hunted and found these razors for $3, $4, $5 at garage sales. And if I ruin them trying to straighten them, I haven't lost a fortune. But if I actually can figure it out, now I've added tremendous value to my process at work. And, I can find redemption for that cost and that time spent learning how to sharpen and bring it to a functional shaving edge. So yeah, save some money if you can. These razors can be found on eBay. Shop wisely. Obviously, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have damage significant like chips and breakage of the razor's edge. That's probably a little bit too much work. But if you can find them in decent condition, not badly warped, um, I mean, even at 100 years old, some of these razors are that I have. They were pretty easy to get back into functional shave-ready condition. So yeah, when the pace is intense at the shop, these razors help me get through those rushes without having to break down and take steps to sanitize or prep a single razor for the next client. I can move on to the next client, just switch the razor, and then when things are not as busy, um, it gives me something interesting and fun to do. I can go back to these razors, clean them up, freshen them up on the leather strop so that they're ready. Yep, ready for the next shave application.